and welcome to another Just Flying episode. So we're leaving Collins Road Airstrip and rectifying a bit of a mistake today. We're following Highway 1 for this road trip series of videos, but the thing is, I'm looking at an old map which I've just discovered is out of date. Because on my map, Highway 1 does go to the left of Hamilton, but it seems that road is no longer called Highway 1, and instead looks like they built a brand new section of road to the right hand side of Hamilton, and that's now Highway 1 instead. So we're gonna go and see if the new Highway 1 exists in X-Plane, and we can then do things properly and follow that bit of road. Something I found out this week, apart from the road change around Hamilton, I'll put a link in the description below to a YouTube video which I thought was fascinating. It's only just over 13 minutes and not very much of it, but it's a 1953 newsreel about the London to Tokyo route, which you can now get there in only 36 hours. It was great to see a bit of history, really quaint, and see how aviation was portrayed back then. And you also got a snake charmer on the apron as well back then.
A regular performer at Calcutta Airport.
Thoroughly enjoyed it, fairly sure you probably will enjoy it too, so yeah, links in the description below. But talking of below, the new Highway 1 should be below us right now, but quite clearly it isn't. Okay, old ortho photographs, not entirely sure when the satellite images were taken, but obviously it was before they started work on the new road, so everything is still fields and doesn't look like OpenStreetMap stuff for roads and railways and all that kind of thing has the new road either. Don't know if the new Highway 1 is on OpenStreetMaps, but it's not in this edition of the sim that I have. Possibly would be if you use SimHeaven and their road networks maybe, but I, well, don't. So, yeah, no new Highway 1 then. So I suppose back to the original plan, we'll go back to following the old Highway 1 once more. Although if we cut back over the city now to go to land at Kofi, we'll cross over the old Highway 1 not very far from where the old and the new roads rejoin each other again at the north end of Hamilton, so we will be back on course with the correct highway again in the next episode. Yeah, just call this one a quick sightseeing tour. Yeah, anyway, been a few days since the last video though, hasn't it? A little longer than usual, but I've been making stuff, X-Plane things. My sort of creativity levels, it's like ebb and flow of a wave. There's times where I struggle to come up with ideas, and sometimes it's all flowing really well. That's what it's been for the last week or so, and what I've been doing instead of making videos, making other stuff which you will eventually get to fly to. Runway is just there. Might be cutting it a bit fine and getting slowed down on time, but I think we should do it okay. The joys of plenty of barren flights where you get used to the limits on some planes, don't you? I'm sure we've all got at least one plane we can do that with. bit of crosswind to deal with today, although not enough to be worrying about too much. There's a new runway extension part here, which apparently you can use that extension to take off but don't land on it. Try and stay airborne until we're past these markers. A bit heavy. Yeah, a bit more of a fly it into the ground, wasn't it? Not one of my best, as we didn't get much of a flare happening with that one. At least we are the right way up, which is something, having just seen that Delta crash in Toronto with the upside down fuselage. Fortunately, I think everybody survived. Anyway then, yeah, to Ko-Fi after a little trip to see a road which isn't there. So clearly I am flying vintage routes here, so where is my 1953 Snake Charmer? Right then, back to making stuff again. I'll see you soon. Bye.